I got to trim some shrubberies, and my grass had grown literally up to my sidewalk right here, so I'm trying to pull it out. And y'all, when you get my age, you have to sit down to work sometimes because you can't bend over and you can't squat. So what I do is I crawl and I sit. So that I'm doing yard work today. It's got to be done. It's called fall cleaning. Hey, now I'm out here. I've got that part cleaned out. See, there's nothing but dirt. Got all the weeds pulled out of it. Emptied those 2 big pots over there. The dirt had gotten too thick in there, and my little hole in the bottom had been stocked up with roots, so I'm going to repot those 2 pretty pots right there and put those on the sidewalk. And then right here, I have white railing, as you can see, and it gets mildew on it, so I got a little Clorox water that I've sprayed it with, and that's taking this green off. So put a little bleach on it, and it kills that growth that's on there. We're on the north. This is the north side of the house, so you know that moss and mold, it'll grow on there. So I'm cleaning it off for the fall, and my columns and everything. Okay, y'all, I had to take me a little lunch break, so I don't have much to eat today, but I'll show you what I've got. All right, here's what I've got. I've got some cheese that some guests brought me from Mississippi State, and I'm still eating on that. It was a huge round ball of cheese, and it is so good. Cut me up a little ham, and here's some pickled okra that one of my guests brought to me, and brought me a whole quart of it. They is delicious. And I've got me some apples, and I put my y'all sweet tea in a thermos, because an Alabama thermos, no less. Somebody gave me that too. Look at that thing. But I'm out here working, so I needed it in a thermos instead of a glass. And look at my pants, how dirty. Y'all, I'm filthy. But I got to eat. So I'm going to finish this up and eat this good meal, and I'm going to sit here a little bit and play with my phone a few minutes, and I'm going to get back at it. Okay, y'all, I got it all cleaned up. Went and got my pine straw and that kind of stuff, and I was taking my junk to the burn pile, or we call it the trash pile, and look at this. The wildflowers are beginning to bloom. Look at that, y'all. And get it up close where you can see it. Isn't that beautiful? There's all kinds of wildflowers, and there's a bunch of yellow ones too. And there's a bunch of yellow ones too. This is a pretty one. A lot of people are allergic to this kind. And then we've got this little bitty yellow one too. Right here, let me walk down this little dirt road and show y'all this. See all the yellow out there? See all of it? How much of it is? It's just everywhere. I love wildflowers, and the thing about those, they don't have to have water, and they don't have to have fertilizer or anything. They just do so good. Anyway, that yellow one that I showed you a while ago, that's a goldenrod. That one that looks like a plume. I think that's what they call it. Oh, and look at this pretty white one. Let me show you this one. Let me get out here in these bushes. Look at this. Isn't that pretty? Looks like a bouquet. All you have to do is just cut one stem. See, that's just one stem. And you'd have a beautiful bouquet in your house. And there's some different purple ones down in there that I can see. I'm telling you, the Lord fixes things for us to enjoy, doesn't he? That's for sure. Well, let me get in my old truck. And we're going to go back to the house. And I'm fixing to get my Amish soap. Whew. And I'm fixing to take me a bath, and I don't know if I may stay in there 30 minutes. I don't know, maybe an hour. Who knows? I'm going to wash this head and everything else. All right, talk to y'all later. Let me get off this little country road of ours. Bye. Good morning, y'all. Listen, this is the next day. You know, I took all my stuff to the burn pile, and I wanted to show you what I did right here. Y'all, that grass that I pulled out of that flower bed, I want you to see it. This is St. Augustine. And what I'm trying to do is I've got a bare spot right here in my yard, and I am trying to root it in this bare spot, or plant some. What I call it is sprigging it. And so let me just show you how I do that, okay? This is a running type grass like this, okay? It runs. It's got long runners on it. And it likes shade, so that's a perfect grass for me. So what I do is this. Let me show you something. Let me cut this little part off. Okay. There's little knobs on each one and little roots. So what I do is I cut on either side of this, like this. And I'm going to trim just the long part off. And that leaves you a little sprig, and it's got a root on it. Y'all see that little root right there? And so that's going to spread out and go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do several of these little pieces like this. And I'm going to put them together, and then I'm going to plant them with my shovel. And what I did is I turned on the water sprinkler. And there's one that's got two nice little roots on it, see? And just trim the top off like that. So all the nourishment will go to the root. Anyway, I turned on the water sprinkler, and when I did, I got my soil over here real wet, so that when I put this in the soil, it will not wilt or anything like that. And I've just got lots of it. And so Hannah, she's been trying to get grass at her spot. Now there's another long one. All right, let me show you what we're gonna do. I'm gonna cut it between every little section. All right, I cut that section off. So this gives me another sprig right there. See, it's got a lot of them on it. Let me just cut all this greenery off. I'm not gonna cut all of it off, but just a little bit so you can see. All right, there's a section. There's a section. And each one of these are going to grow and spread out and cover this area that I'm talking about. So now what I'm going to do is pick them all up, have my root facing down. And I know this isn't cooking, but y'all, I'm on Facebook, and I don't just cook all the time. I do a lot of other stuff too. I stay busy. There's one. All right, so come over here and I'm going to show you how I do it. I've got a little shovel here. Now remember, my ground is wet. Let's see if I can fix y'all where you can see. I'll just do it anywhere just so you can see it, right in this little area right here. Turn it down like that where you can see. This is my sprinkler that I had going. All right, you just go to an area, say right here. This is some I just planted down here at the bottom. And you just push this down like this. Hold your shovel back, and you're going to put this in that little hole right there. Push it down in there. And I got several pieces in there, see? So each one is going to make a plant. Gently pull your shovel out. Oh, heck. All right, let me push it back down in there. I had on my gloves a while ago, and then I came out here again and forgot to put them back on. I'll have to use that little scrub brush somebody gave me to get my fingernails clean. All right, there it is. And what I'm going to do is keep it wet for a day or two, and it'll grow. All right, come on down here, and I'm going to show you what else I did today. It's really pretty. Before we go, let me show you this. This is my big pot of wandering Jew. And all you do to root this is you just break off a piece like that and stick that in the ground, and it will root. It won't ever die. And this comes back every single year. It's got a little bloom on it, which is not too impressive. But anyway, I think I'll break off a few pieces and take it where I'm going. And y'all might like to see. We might just plant some in that little barrel that I'm fixing to show y'all. I'm going to break me off a bouquet here. Let's see what I've got. See? Just break you off a bouquet, and we're going to take it with us. There's old granddaddy long-legged spider. Y'all ever have those at your house? See that? It's called a granddaddy long leg. Let me put it up next to my shirt, then you can see it better. They say that's the most poisonous. I doubt that, but I don't know. You know, you can't tell everything you read and hear. They say that's one of the most poisonous spiders around, but the problem is his mouth's so small, he can't bite you. All right, so we're gonna go down here to the other end of the property. The sun is out and I don't want to walk in it, so I'll turn y'all off till we get there. All right, I'm gonna show you this, what I've got. This is an old-timey clawfoot tub, all right? See that? And it's full of dirt, and it's been that way for years. I don't know, maybe 15, a long time. And so then I went today and I bought me some plants to put in it. Let me show you those. All right, here's what I picked. I picked 2 yellow chrysanthemums, and they come back. And I can't remember what this is called, but they said it would reseed. It kind of looks like a type of coxcomb. Isn't it beautiful? Then I bought some kale, and this is supposed to be the, well, not fancy kale, but anyway, it's some kind of kale that's supposed to grow up and look pretty. And this is some aster, and it's supposed to come back too. We'll see. But anyway, that's just what I did this morning. So now I'm going to take this wandering Jew, and I think I'll make 2 bunches of it, and I'm just going to stick it down right here in this dirt like this. You can pull the bottom leaves off if you want to, and let this take root so that next year I'll just have this everywhere right here. It'll be so pretty, and I won't have to buy any, will I? All right, and then push my dirt back in. It's kind of hard to plant a plant for y'all with one hand. Okay, that looks pretty. Now I'm going to do the other side. All right, I'll talk to you in a minute. Let me show you this. Isn't that pretty? Claude Summerlin gave me some little seeds years ago,